Hello, my name is C.L. Williams. Today I will present an assistive technology solution for John Jenkins, a 20-year-old university student with cerebral palsy and a recent shoulder reconstruction. This presentation demonstrates stage 3 of the design thinking process, ideation, and proposes a powered mobility solution that supports John's independence, social inclusion, and emerging adult identity. This presentation will cover 4 key areas. Firstly, I'll briefly introduce John and his mobility challenges. Next, I'll explain stage 3 of the design thinking process and how it will be applied. Then I will pitch a user-centered powered mobility solution designed to meet John's holistic needs. And finally, I will outline an inclusive prototyping approach and recommendations for next steps, including iterative testing and multidisciplinary collaboration. Currently, John's daily life is significantly constrained by the limitations imposed by his reduced mobility. In the mornings, he requires assistance with personal care tasks such as dressing, showering, and managing his wheelchair safely around the home, which previously he could do independently. Moving through his living space is also challenging due to the narrow halls, doorways, and furniture arrangements that were not designed for wheelchair use. In the afternoons, travelling to campus presents additional barriers like uneven pathways, stairs, inaccessible ramps, and crowded public transport, which all limit his ability to move independently and punctually. Even simple journeys that were once routine now require careful planning or assistance from family and friends. Evenings are often spent relying heavily on his family to complete basic household tasks, or he may miss out on social engagements, volunteer opportunities, or recreational activities that are important for his well-being and sense of belonging. These ongoing challenges not only reduce his functional independence, but also affect his social identity, confidence, and self-efficiency, creating frustration, fatigue, and a sense of isolation. The cumulative effect of these barriers highlights the urgent need for a mobility solution that enables John to regain autonomy, engage in meaningful activities, and maintain his social connections and personal identity. Ideation stage. The focus moves from understanding the user to actively generating a wide range of potential solutions, which involves exploring creative possibilities freely, without judgment, and later refining ideas based on needs, considerations, and context. First, we used mind mapping, which allowed us to visually organize ideas and identify relationships between different aspects of mobility needs. By mapping out challenges, opportunities, and solutions, we could see connections that might have otherwise been overlooked and generate more holistic ideas. Open brainstorming sessions were encouraged divergent thinking, where all ideas were welcome, even unconventional or unexpected ones. This helped expand the solution space and stimulated creative approaches that might not emerge in more structured discussions. John was actively involved throughout the process, and we collaborated with him closely to co-design so we could ensure his personal preferences, daily routines, and mobility challenges directly shaped the solutions rather than relying on our own assumptions. We also used the Scamper, which we'll look at shortly. The focus here in stage 3 was creativity, inclusivity, and user-centered thinking. Prior to determining a wheelchair was the best option for John, we looked at a variety of alternatives and we measured them against John's specific needs. Adaptive scooters were considered for their ability to enhance outdoor mobility over longer distances, but while they perform well in open spaces, they present significant challenges indoors, particularly tight corridors and around furniture, limiting their overall practicality. Smart crutches were also explored as a potential option. These devices support mobility over short distance and uneven surfaces, but they're not well suited for sustained use across an entire campus or during intensive daily travel. The physical effort required would also lead to fatigue and could exacerbate strain or discomfort. Exoskeletons, which offer a high level of support and advanced mobility, were considered, including the possibility of assisted walking. However, they're extremely expensive, require complex training and maintenance, and are generally less accessible for routine independent use. The cost and complexity also made them impractical. Additionally, a smart drive attachment for the manual wheelchair was considered, but given the need for significant upper bilateral body strength, it was unlikely to be sustainable for John over extended periods. But by weighing these options, it became clear that a powered wheelchair would provide the most balanced solution for John. Our proposed solution in the end was a powered wheelchair, carefully designed to address John's holistic mobility and psychosocial needs. At its core, the wheelchair features custom seating that provides postural support and comfort, ensuring John can use it for extended periods of time without experiencing fatigue or upper limb strain. The seating is tailored to accommodate his leg tightness and physical requirements, supporting functional use and long-term health. The wheelchair is also fully maneuverable with a tight turning circle for indoor and outdoor use, allowing John to navigate tight corridors, doorways, and furniture at home or on campus, as well as travel smoothly across open outdoor spaces. It's also foldable and transport compatible, meaning John can ride in the wheelchair or get out of it and fold it down for use on transport. There's also situations where portability may be necessary, such as airline travel. Beyond functionality, the design incorporates discrete identity-affirming features that reflect John's personality and support his confidence in social contexts. This ensures the device is not only a mobility aid, but a tool that promotes autonomy, social inclusion, and self-expression. This solution prioritizes functional independence, safety, comfort, and social participation, integrating physical, cognitive, and psychosocial considerations into a single user-friendly mobility device. We also applied the Human Activity Assistive Technology Framework, which is a structured approach to designing mobility solutions by considering how the user, the activities, and the technology interacts. The human component focused on John's profile, including his physical capabilities, cognitive skills, and psychosocial needs, and ensures that any solution was usable from a functional perspective and also supports independence, confidence, and social participation, as John is a whole person, not just a set of mobility requirements. The activity component examined the environment and tasks John needs to navigate, including his home, campus, transport, and social contexts. Each activity presents distinct challenges, from tight indoor spaces to uneven outdoor spaces, which must be considered to ensure the solution is versatile and practical. The assistive technology component focused on a powered wheelchair in this case, with key features like custom seating for comfort and postural support. This ensures functional and socially acceptable solutions for John and ensures that we successfully support him to enhance his quality of life. Next, we applied the Scamper framework to generate ideas for the powered mobility solution. We replaced standard wheelchair controls with ergonomically designed joystick controls to reduce shoulder strain, and we merged foldable seating with lightweight materials to make transport easier. We modified indoor navigation systems so John can move easily both at home and campus, and we adjusted the seat contours for comfort and posture support. The joystick also controls tilt and recline functions for better positioning, and we removed bulky parts that could hinder indoor maneuverability. Finally, we repositioned the controls for easier access and to reduce upper limb strain. This allowed us to collectively refine the wheelchair design while keeping John's functional, environmental, and psychosocial needs at the very center. The expected benefits of this solution span multiple functional, safety, educational, social, and psychosocial domains. He'd be able to navigate his home, campus, and transport independently and increase his autonomy, reducing his reliance on others. From a safety perspective, ongoing occupational therapists would monitor factors such as shoulder strain, posture, and fatigue. And with things such as custom seating and powered assistance, there would be overall less physical strain, allowing for more participation and independence. His participation in education would improve significantly, providing him independent access to the campus and allowing full engagement without barriers. Social engagement is also expected to increase by removing mobility constraints. He can participate in community activities each week, fostering inclusion and friendship. Finally, psychosocial outcomes will reflect enhanced autonomy, personal satisfaction, and identity, as it's not just functional but also socially acceptable, supporting confidence, self-expression, and overall well-being. Inclusive prototyping will involve iterative testing at home, on campus, and during transport. Multidisciplinary collaboration with occupational therapists, physical therapists, physiotherapists, and engineers will refine seating controls and maneuverability. User feedback will also guide adjustments to design, aesthetics, and functionality, ensuring that John's preferences and identity are central to the solution. Next steps include co-design refinement, having John's input to ensure that the final result will help, assist, and better his life. This will also include pilot testing and data collection to assess outcomes. Design features will be adjusted based on real-world feedback. Integration with campus support services will also provide sustainable ongoing support. This approach ensures that Wheelchair meets both functional and psychosocial needs while maintaining user-centered design principles. In conclusion, the ideation process has produced a powered wheelchair solution that addresses John's functional, environmental, and psychosocial needs. Inclusive prototyping ensures usability, safety, and adoption. The solution is rights-based, evidence-informed, and designed to restore autonomy, social participation, and identity affirmation, supporting John's transition into adulthood and university life. Thank you for your attention. All the references I've used are below and provide an evidence base supporting this user-centered inclusive design approach.